Hi everyone, I'm just coming to you as promised with a little hostess coaching training. And of course, there is no set way, there's no right or wrong way, except, well, the wrong way would be to not hostess coach your host or hostesses, because the better that we coach and the more efficient we coach them, the better that their party is going to be. And that's better for them to get those great rewards, and that's better for us for our pocket. And it's also better because then other people that are at their parties will see the flow and everything. And so it's a win-win for everybody. So I hope that you find this useful. Again, these are just some useful tips that I've picked up along the way, and I'm trying to get that glare out of the background, sorry. So couple of things that you're going to want is your Tupperware party pass. Now, is there a rule that says you have to use this? No. Some people are fond of specific colors and they want to go out, especially during the fall when school supplies are a lot less. You can go out and, buy folders and make folders. Some people use manila envelopes, whatever you want. But we have these and you can always reorder them, and I do like them because I think, it says Tupperware and it stands out and it's fun. Look, fun, food, and freebies. I love the back, as you all know, because it has everything that we need to do. It's a checklist. So as long as you're following the checklist, you're not going to forget anything that needs to be done. So this is what I call just a basic host checklist. There are numerous ones, and I'm going to show you one that's inside here. And everything that I have gotten off of our business leaders page in the files. So if it's something that you can't find, let me know. I'll be happy to, tag you in it or print it, get you what you need. So as we know on the back, it talks about the Frank list, that's your friends, your relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids' contacts. So we want them to put anybody and everybody they can think about. You always want to over invite, because we all know that a third, maybe a third will come, maybe a third won't, but maybe a third will order for you. So always make sure that we get that Frank list, and also encourage them. Make it part of a challenge. If you're using a tic-tac-toe and it's not on there, make it an additional challenge to have that list to you 2 to 3 days after dating your party, because we want to get those invites out there, and we want to make sure we're staying engaged and we're staying excited. And the host is it, because an excited host is a host that's going to have a really awesome party, and that's what we want. Of course, on the back, it talks, filling in the party date and time for them. If you've decided on your recipe, some of you may go off and print certain recipes that you've practiced and you're really good at. So I always say practice before you go to a show. Shopping list, up to you. My team knows that I prefer personally to buy the things that I'm going to need in my demo, because I like certain things, and to leave it to a host, maybe she might pick up something that wasn't, what you're used to. So I just prefer to do that, and your hostess can always pay you back. And remember, keep those receipts for the end of the year. Of course, your contact information as the consultant, and also when you want them to collect outside orders by. So all that is on the back. But let's get to what I have inside. Again, there is no right or wrong way, but I'm just going to kind of go through this with you. But before I dive into what's in here, I also have 2 other folders that I want to show you. Yellow we'll talk about in a little bit. And then this folder here, because this is going to kind of be important. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I'm all about saving money. So you're going to see, because these two kind of go hand in hand, because this is actually going to be my party folder, because when I open it, it has slots for me, so I can do several parties and keep them in here. And I do 3 different colors, so I can have like 3 months worth, and then I can just rotate them, so I didn't have to spend a lot of money. Of course, if I'm dating lots of parties and having lots of parties, I may go with something bigger, or may have to kind of combine them all together, but I have them color coded the way that I like them, and I can always get you more information on that. So opening up the inside, okay, on this side over here, I'm always going to have a wish list, and I'm going to put this in here now because I want my hostess, to start looking at the top items that she is going to want as her free and half off items. Okay, so I always include a wish list, and that is for my hostess, because as we're getting our orders in, we can kind of keep up with her and tell her, okay, this is where your party's at. So we want her to put the items that she, wants, I guess, prioritize them. So what she really wants up top, and she can always adjust that. Okay. Then I also have in here our hostess planning sheet. Okay. So this is going to have all the information for your hostess, the date of your show, basically party planning her. It has a checklist that to make sure that the hostess packet was sent. So because you may be doing an out of town dating, or maybe it's a Facebook dating, because we're going to talk about that in a minute, or maybe your hostess and you can't meet one-on-one, so you can go ahead and send this to her. So everything is there, and there are different types of hostess checklist, but this is very simple, and I think I really actually do like this one a lot better. It also has party day and follow-up. It has the show data or party data, hostess questions, how many guests were in attendance, how many brought a friend, if there was anything dated from that, sales, outside orders, all different kinds of things. So this is actually going to be something that comes back with me. I'm not going to keep that for my hostess, okay? Then, of course, you always want to have what they can get, okay? So right now, this, I don't know how old this will be at the time that, people watch it, but you'll understand it's all your hostess rewards, and it just happens to be the 70th birthday month, so great specials. So I always want to make sure that our hostess knows what she's entitled to, okay? So these are the extras, because we also have amazing hostess specials in our catalog. So again, that's going to be for your hostess, and you do go over that with her. Okay. Then inside is your tic-tac-toe. This is your host tic-tac-toe, and you're encouraging her, and you do go over with this. When she has one tic-tac-toe, she gets an exclusive gift. Two tic-tac-toes, 2, 3, and full card gets you 4. So this helps your host get some great gifts even before her party started, and it helps them motivate them and talk to people about coming. I don't know. People like challenge. It's something great about that. So this one is very simple. It talks about, inviting 10 adult guests. You can mark it off if you have a 600 plus 2, if you have a dating and waiting. So everybody knows, I hope, what a dating and waiting is. That means that they know going into their party, someone, they've asked somebody, or somebody's just ready to date a party. So we want to encourage them. So there's their tic-tac-toe. Now, I didn't cut these, but just for the sake of time, because I wanted to get this training going for you guys. But you would obviously cut these and just stick one of these in their folder. And this is how to calculate, especially because, we're going to encourage those outside orders. This is how you calculate, or they calculate, the tax and the shipping. So it breaks it down. So, there's 3 on a sheet. You would just cut them out and stick one of them in their folder. So that way they have a handy guide. Of course, they can always reach out to you if they have trouble. Tupper Connect, okay? I really like this, and this is great for Facebook parties as well, because the rules apply the same as. If we always want to set up a Tupper Connect, so you do want to make sure that you have your paid website, okay? And that's how people find you. My team is getting recruits like that. But this is going to talk to them and let them know the importance of getting those $175 in outside orders before the party connects. And if you need more information on that, or you're ever unsure, or you just ask. But very important. So this kind of breaks it down, how important it is, and you as the consultant, you learn the best way and when you're ready to actually post that link. But always have a shopping link so that they can send that out via email or on their online social media, Facebook pages and whatnot. So that goes in there. Okay. Of course, they do have the little guide down here that you can go over, so they constantly have a reminder of what they're earning in the different levels. Of course, we always want to have that added host bonus. All right, so then over here, I put the current catalog. Now, remember, catalogs, that comes out of our cost as running a business. Even though Tupperware is great and doesn't charge us a lot, I always encourage my hostesses that if they have any books and things that they did not give out, to bring them back, and whatever they bring, then I usually have a little something extra that I can give them, because that we can recycle them, and that's great. We want that. So right now, I have, 2 or 3 of the catalogs, okay? And then this really becomes your preference. Again, there's no set way. I'm just going to put this down for a moment. No set way on how many of the sale flyers you're putting in. I usually do about 4 of whatever the mid-month brochure is. And then right now, if they're having an added, we're in birthday month, so we have the added, I do a couple of those. Of course, you want to have your order forms and make sure that they're pre-filled out with your information. Very important. Should somebody set something down, you want your information on everything, because somebody might be like, oh, look at that. Somebody left a Tupperware something and they want to go order. And who are they ordering from? They might go to Tupperware.com, or they might go to Tupperware.com and search a consultant, and it may not be you. And this was your money that you put out, invested in your own business. These are great for your outside orders, but when it's time for party, I encourage all of you, I'm starting to use them myself, is the long order form, but that's not on today's training. So that's what I have. And we always, on the tic-tac-toe that I use, I encourage at least $100 in orders and outside orders. So you want to make sure that you're putting at least 5. Okay, so if you challenge your hostess to get 150, just make sure that they have enough that they can get those outside orders. Because what does that do for you? Well, it helps their party, but it also helps you going in already with a paycheck. So we like those. That's a good thing, outside orders. Plus, it's helping get to their Tupper Connect. Because once we hit 175, we don't care how they shop. Well, online, anywhere. Okay? And then I always include our Join the Winning Team offer. Now, we have an amazing business leader who puts this out every month. So it is on our business page. And I love it because it has, the current business kit. It has all their information right on one page, including the Confidence Start program. So how they can see all the awesome rewards they can have. It also has the Say Yes activation offer. So our amazing business leaders put this out for us every month, and I keep that in here as well. Okay, so why did I have this other pink folder? Because I want to make sure that once I have their hostess sheet, my worksheet filled out, then I'm going to create them my own party folder. So I have this folder that has divided sections. So now this is going to be their party, and I will label it, just like this. Their name will be right on top, so I know that this is Mary Jo's party. Now, you could also, in this folder, throw out some recipe cards in there, maybe have some game ideas, but I know I'm teaching and coaching my team and myself to really stick with the simple dating auction game, because we want to keep those parties going. That's how we stay in business, and that's how your hostess gets her host bonuses. She needs to have those +2, and if you're not doing that, if you're not getting those parties, you learn the hard way. Your hostess isn't getting her benefit of that, and you're not getting the benefit of a paycheck coming in and getting those parties on your calendar. Also in here, I have a thank you card. Okay, Dollar Tree, you can get them 6-8 packs. And what you want to do is immediately when you get home, or if you're in the car somewhere, you want to go ahead and send her a thank you card for dating her party. Okay, not after the party. We talk about that later. This is right away. You've got her information. Stick this in the mail, because we all love getting mail that's not a bill. So then that goes in her section of her party. So of course, I would love for every front and back to be, partied and bingoed and all that, stuff. So you do that. And you also do this even with your Facebook parties. You need to Hostess Coach your Facebook hosts just like you are an in-home party. If you want them to be successful, you have to do that. And we also have Facebook tips that we can send. And then you would put that in their folder. Depending on if you didn't want to actually send a folder because of cost, you could cut the weight down a little bit and put it, in a Tupperware or an envelope or something like that. So that's all set and ready to go. And then now you're ready for your next party will be here. Now, what I also like is I like to keep everything for that party in this pocket, because everything for Mary Jo's party now, her leads, on time, drawings, anything like that, all goes there. All the order forms, everything is in one spot. So that way I know that's Mary Jo's party. I can go back to it, and I'm going to keep that there for a while. And then, once I move on, usually every quarter, I'll clean everything out, put it together, and file it. But of course, depending on how you keep your leads, whatever, computer or index cards, you have everything here to work from. And you always want to make sure you go back and work those leads, because they're always going to need Tupperware, because Tupperware's coming out with something great all the time. So that's that. So that's why I said keep this. Now, the other folder I told you, and it doesn't have to be yellow, but yellow to me stands out for recruiting. So in your car, you always want to make sure you have a few party packs folders ready. So that means, what do you have to do? Well, when things start getting posted towards the end of the month for the new month, you need to go on and you just need to take some time in your office and print everything out so you can make sure that those party folders are fresh. It's going to be the one time you haven't done that and someone's going to want to date a party and you don't have the current information, and then you have to ask to meet them again, and then it's hit or miss, and a lot of unnecessary work. So just make sure that you just take care of it and have them ready and have them in your car ready to go. So that way you always have them. Of course, always have them at your parties, because you want to date and you want to make sure that they can go home with their folder. In some cases, though, you may not have time to hostess coach them, because if you're dating 2, 3, 4 people, you could either coach them all together, but it's really nice if you can do it one-on-one so they can take their packet, and then you can go Zoom, do what we're doing, FaceTime, or just call them and let them know, or meet them at another time and go over their folder. But in here, it's always good to have another folder where you keep lead slip information. Now, this is also something that I use at the party, and it helps me get lead information, and I do it as a drawing. The first person that it completes theirs gets a gift right then, but then after they're all completed, I do a drawing. So think about that, I've had an on-time drawing, I've had the lead slip drawing, and then I also do the dating and auction game. So a lot of interaction and a lot of fun. You want to keep those, because at any point in time, you never know when you might have a lead. So always have some lead sheets with you. Always have a couple printed off of the current join our winning team offer, or you say yes, however you all do it. But in our group, in our organization, this is how we do it. And we have a nice business leader, I said, that takes care of that for us. You can also have a couple of recipe cards. You can also have a couple of game themed things. So if somebody, whether they want to go the direction of dating a party, you have some information there. Plus, you already have a party pack ready to go. Or if you need recruiting information, you have that too. So this one is not complete. This one is something that I'm a work in progress. So it was one of those, let me go ahead and talk about this, why I've got you all here. Because again, this can turn into either a potential hostess or hostess/recruit. Always remember, anytime we're recruiting, we want to go ahead and get that thank you for joining me launch, grand opening, whatever you call it, on the books. So always have your date book. If it's your phone, if it's the Tupperware agenda, whatever you use, have it with you. Date them within 7 days, because let me tell you, that's when they're most excited. Things come up. You've got to get that on the calendar. Keeps them interested, because once we order the kit for them, it's there within 7 days, and we all have a kit. We can get there even if their kit's not there. So if they want to book it in 3 days, date that party and get it in there in 3 days. Okay? Don't let it go, because we want that. Plus, you need to hostess coach them. So now you're training them. Okay? Because remember, they need to hostess coach. So you're coaching them, you're training them, you're doing their party. They need to see as well all the amazing things that they're going to earn as the hostess. And then that party is going to be their party, and they're activated just like that. And how do you get paid? You work that out. You get paid, okay? You get paid because you're there on your day and you're working. So maybe they're getting the sales credit, but you are getting the commission. Okay, and that is again up to you, but my girls know that they must get the commission, whether they work at a percentage or however, or a flat rate, whatever they do based on sales, you get paid. And then your hostess gets all the awards. So she's building her business kit. She's getting activated. She's getting that say yes offer. She's also getting the activation offer. It's a win-win. And your unit is got a recruit that's activated, pushing you up to the next level, and great sales and fun and training. So as long as I'm telling you, keep these up to date and be ready to ask and talk to everyone. So I hope that this helped. Again, there's so much information out there in all of the Facebook files, the My Tupperware Facebook parties, the My Tupperware brochures and catalogs. Your business leader has them. You can always reach me and reach out to me, but if you need something and you can't find it, I know that we can get it for you. So I hope this helped you a little bit, and go get some parties and let's get some recruits and let's activate them and let's have fun for whenever this shows later on in life. Happy 70th anniversary, Tupperware, and y'all have a great night.